Here in Phoenix, the roof is closed and the AC is pumping. Today, we wrap up the homestand with the third of three between the Miami Marlins and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks will try to wrap up the three-game series sweep, and we'll have it for you next. Patrick Corbin, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. It seems like the more trouble he gets in, the better he pitches. Really tough to hit with runners in scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why his team loves when he's out on the mound. He doesn't give up very many crooked numbers.
In now, Miguel Rojas, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2. Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard. Now in the box, Garrett Cooper. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Cooper is below the Mendoza line. A batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I'll keep an eye on the leadoff guy and see what he can do in this one. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
Digging in, Martin Prado. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch coming. Here it is. Missed with a slider. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. And now the Diamondbacks will get their first turn at it. No score. Caleb Smith, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go at that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
In now is John Jay, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this team has taken it on the chin the first 2 games of this series, getting blown out in each game. They need a better effort in this one.
No doubt about it. I think things haven't gone their way, and this is the time to turn things around now, Dio. It's been an ugly series up to this point, and they need to turn it around pronto today.
With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, you've really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Coming to the plate now, Eduardo Escobar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Little dribbler up the third baseline. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Line towards center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Diamondbacks down in order. We are still scoreless. Here's Starlin Castro, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Well, as we mentioned in the open of the broadcast, the Diamondbacks have their sights set on a series sweep here today.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as Castro is retired here for the first out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And guys, in this one today, we get to watch Gold Glover at first base. Watch the way he manipulates the bag with his footwork. Watch the way he bails his teammates out with picking balls out of the dirt. Can't stress this guy's importance enough.
Digging in, JT Realmuto, his career batting line with Patrick Corbin. He's gone 2 for 8. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted in the air to right field. On the move is Jay, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting second, the left fielder number 32, Derek Dietrich.
Standing in, Derek Dietrich. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. Now the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
You know, he's had a very economical start out there. Got through the first inning on just 9 pitches, and he's got a chance to keep it in single digits again here in the second.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Miami down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now at the plate, A.J. Pollard is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Diamondbacks strike first. It's 1-0.
This guy has been a serious thorn in the side of the staff. Homering twice in 3 days. The numbers don't lie. He owns these guys right now.
In now, Nick Ahmed. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Waiting on it is Brinson. And that's the first out of the inning.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Up next for Arizona, John Ryan Murphy. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. And he misses again. 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball, middle of the zone.
Now the 2-1 is a fastball that misses. 1 out, nobody on. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. This is for Prado down at third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting seventh, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
Into the box for his first at bat in this one, Jake Lamb, and he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch, and that misses for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Yeah.
1-1 the count to Jake Lamb.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
2 balls and a strike now. Now the 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Right there, it's a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
The 3-1 comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
And as a pitcher, that's always tough. Looked like he got a bad break on some of those calls, but he's got to learn that sometimes the calls don't go your way, and you've just got to move on. That's something that young pitchers can have a hard time with, though.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Hit on the ground out to short. Backhanded. He'll send it on to Castro at second, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks hit the board first thanks to this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 Arizona. Back now in the desert Southwest, set for the top of the 3rd from Chase Field in Phoenix. So striding in, Brian Anderson. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Yep.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here. 0-2.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his 2-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. And he fouls this one off. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Bases are empty, one man out. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all in the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
To third. And that's the second out.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Caleb Smith.
Stepping up now, Caleb Smith. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Now the pitch. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike one.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. There is Ahmed. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They're down 1-0. Digging in now, Patrick Corbin, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Patrick Corbin.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Strike 2 as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Prado's throw to first gets him, 1 away. So 1 gone now as you take a look there at the standings in the National League East, and you see where the Marlins find themselves entering play today. Coming to the plate now, John Jay. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now here's the pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. Weak chopper up the line. And very quickly they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The left fielder, number 7, Eduardo Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. 2 out, nobody on. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
2-0 count. The pitch is in there for strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2. Three balls and 2 strikes to Eduardo Escobar.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
So digging in now, Paul Goldschmidt.
And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Wow, this is the kind of count you'd like to get your superstar hitters in, right? 3-0. You can bet he has the green light on this pitch.
The 3-0 pitch is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Scooped up, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Arizona, but they're on top 1-0. Now at the plate, Miguel Rojas. He singled to open up the ball game.
Not an easy thing to do when you're in the leadoff spot, but that was a good piece of hitting in his first at bat, an opposite field base hit, which leads me to believe that this guy's going to cover both sides of the plate.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Behind 0-2 now. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single. So another multi-hit game for him as he's aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. And that total is currently tops on the ball club through the first couple of months of the season. Stepping into the box, Garrett Cooper. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0. He's running. He swings and misses. Throw down. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
That very well could have been a hit-run play, but that pitch was so far out of the zone, it really made it hard for the hitter to make any contact. Kind of left his teammate hung out to dry.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And it's 1-2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, third baseman, Martin Prado.
Martin Prado now hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. One and 1 the count to Martin Prado. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The 1-2. Line towards center field. And Pollock will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Marlins down quietly. They trail this one 1-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, A.J. Pollock.
That last at bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong wrist, and this guy's got some terrific bat speed.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
And there's ball 2 now.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit, kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Played on the backhand. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both guys bringing it pretty good. A couple of matching 94s as the 2 top speeds thus far. Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Nick Ahmed flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Ahmed stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was taken in the 2nd round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Anderson is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
John Ryan Murphy.
Digging in for his second at-bat, John Ryan Murphy. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. In there, and it's 0-1. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Castro over to his right, and that retires the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They lead it 1-0. Here's Starlin Castro. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a strike. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitchers were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Hit on the ground to third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Good time now to check out the Diamondbacks Road to the Show report as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. Up next from Miami, JT Realmuto comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
A shot down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The left fielder, number 32, Darren Dietrich.
Ready for another chance. Derek Dietrich, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Down the first baseline, fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Miami down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Jake Lamb standing in now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Third baseman, Jake Lamb.
First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. good pitch there, but it's taken for a ball, and it's 2-2 to the Arizona third baseman. And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte, as he will take a look at a fastball in there. As that strike zone expands just a little, it's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, pitcher, Patrick Corbin.
So here now is the pitcher, Patrick Corbin. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Digging in to try it again, Brian Anderson. They'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped high in the air. Ahmed waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Center fielder number 9, Louis Brinson.
Striding in once again, Louis Brinson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. This is in the air to left. Escobar moves over. 2 gone.
Now batting, pitcher, Caleb Smith.
Into the box now, Caleb Smith. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there. Softly hit here to the left side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They still trail 1-0. Digging in once again, John Jay. He'll be the first to swing it here in the Arizona 6th inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A dangerous changeup to miss high with. It stayed out of the zone. The 1-0 is a ball down and away.
2-0.
Count. The pitch is taken. Strike one. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, that's ball 3. The Diamondbacks right now would welcome a leadoff walk to start this inning.
The 3-1 pitch. Down the third baseline. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a two-bagger.
Ready for another shot now. Eduardo Escobar. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a strike. So far this season, Escobar is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. Hit back up the middle. Rojas is up with it. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Ready once again, Paul Goldschmidt. No hits to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A changeup that catches the corner for strike one.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
The 0-1. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Well, now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Guerrero is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. A.J. Pollock will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch of the at-bat. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here it comes, 1-0. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0. Now the 2-0. It's the bottom of the zone for a strike.
One strike.
The 2-1. Takes this the other way to right. A dive and oh, he can't hang on. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. Don't want to forget about it. Stepping in now, Nick Ahmed. A ball hit softly on a line to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
The catcher, number 36, John Ryan Murphy.
So stepping in, John Ryan Murphy. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 is a fastball down below the knees.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Throw over to first, and the runner back easily. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Diamondbacks get one on the Goldschmidt double. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's now 2-0 Arizona. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. We're on to the 7th with the Diamondbacks out in front. And before we get the inning underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Into the box now, Miguel Rojas. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Misses. That's ball one. There's a swing and a high pop up. Marte is there for it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Striding into the box, Garrett Cooper. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and one strike. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. The changeup right on the outside corner for a strike.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Missed with a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Here now the 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Another try at 2-2. Hit to third, to his right limb. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. Martin Prado now. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
He's set, and the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Way outside. 1-2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Count still at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Starlin Castro, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit in the air out to center field. Pollock is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Starlin Castro. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
No.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Cooper is off at first with 2 away. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And Castro's got himself a base hit.
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the 3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. So far this year against Southpaws, Realmuto averages a hit once every 4 at-bats. An average at exactly 250. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Your attention, please. Now
New pitcher to tell you about, and it's the side-arming right-hander Brad Ziegler that gets the assignment. Stepping in, Jake Lamb. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that misses, ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. This is pulled into right. Anderson is there, 1 away.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Into the box now, Ketel Marte. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The pitcher, number 46, Patrick Corbin.
Now at the plate, Patrick Corbin. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
First offering on its way. Looks at a two-seamer right down the middle. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul for strike two. On the ground to the right side. And that will conclude matters here in the seventh. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. But they're on top 2-0. Digging in, Derek Dietrich. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
In is Jay, but this ball's in front of him for a base hit. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The D-backs are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale. So if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball. You're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left as we are all knotted up at 2.
Yeah, we're all tied up, and it's anybody's ball game after that blast. We live in that what have you done for me lately world, so that gem he was pitching doesn't mean anything anymore.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Number 9, Louis Brinson.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
No outs, nobody on. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, pitcher.
Cameron Maven will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 1, Cameron Maven.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Archie Bradley takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. For the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And he'll dive back in. Sent on the ground out to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 0-1 count and the pitch. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Got it back in time there, and it's 2-1. Now the 2-1 is going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. Throw not in time, and he's in there with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Magneuris Sierra will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Standing in, Garrett Cooper. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
And likely nothing up at third, but he'll step off and look him back anyway. First pitch on its way. Now a fastball is swung on and tipped foul right near home plate. It's strike 1. Brinson on third, Maven on second, Sierra on at first with nobody out. 1-1 now the count to the Marlins first baseman. Now the 1-1 pitch. Here's one hit softly down the line in left, but foul. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Tapped out in front of home. He'll come to the plate with it. He's in there at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 8th.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And the squeeze is on here, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. Something you don't see all that often anymore as the runner was breaking from third. The perfect suicide squeeze gets him a run. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
At the plate, JT Realmuto. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's 1 for 3. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Here's the first pitch to him. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to left. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And this will add on to their lead. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Into the box, Derek Dietrich. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. A ball and a strike.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Standing in now, Brian Anderson. A ball and no strikes. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
A slider that he looks at over the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes now. Cooper, the runner at third. Castro at second. Realmuto on at first with 2 down. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. 1 run is scored. Now the relay home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs and all of a sudden give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
This is a perfect example of why the slider is such a great pitch and such a dangerous pitch, too. Sometimes it moves so much that you just lose control of it. This one runs way too far in, and the hitter is standing on first as a result.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Hit out towards second. Marte fields it cleanly. And it's in time at first, and finally, at long last, this side is retired. But not only do they take the lead, they also open it up a bit as 7 men come across to score. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 7 and the Diamondbacks 2. Sean Burnett is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Sean Burnett.
J.T. Riddle is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here. In now is John Jay. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
0-1. Here's the pitch. And this will be fouled away. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Eduardo Escobar standing in as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. One out, nobody on. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
2 out, nobody on. Now the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
Hard hit ball to second. Castro has it, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Diamondbacks down in order. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Fernando Salas enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. And next to the plate will be JT Riddle, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Now a changeup is bounced to second. Marte gloves it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
So coming to the plate, Garrett Cooper. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Yeah.
And that pitch catches the inside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. The 0-2 home. Popped him up. Coming in is Jay. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Martin Prado now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Right side. Marte has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Miami down in order. They're on top 7-2. Kyle Fairclough is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. Digging in and looking for more.
A.J. Pollock.
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. First delivery to him on the way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Way in front of a great slider that time. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Giving chase is Brinson, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Hey, that's nice execution right there. Swung through the first slider, got it again, stayed tall, kept his hands back, didn't try and do too much, and delivered a nice base hit.
Daniel Descalso will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 3, Daniel Descalso.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Bearclaw, or Bear for short. He was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Just a tick behind for a strike.
Oh, that changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Now the 2-1 is a slider that can't catch the outside.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
The 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now. 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 3-2 one more time. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Brinson patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
The catcher, number 36, John Ryan Murphy.
Stepping into the box, John Ryan Murphy. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First delivery to him on the way. There's a changeup over the outside corner. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And there's ball 1.
Playing 11.
Now the 1-1 pitch is a heater in there for a strike. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back safely. The 1-2 pitch. In there. Now the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it.
That was about as easy as they come right there. Hard to say whether that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base, but either way, he's into scoring position.
Jake Lamb standing in now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0 home. Taken strike one on the inside corner. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And he will make the catch here to end things. And the Marlins will salvage at least the finale in this three-game series as the ball game is over.
Yeah, this game was decided in the eighth. That was a huge offensive fireworks coming into the eighth inning. And when the other guys put up a big inning like that against you late in the game, it's really tough to make any kind of a comeback.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. The Miami Marlins came through late, taking the lead in the eighth to secure the victory. Brad Ziegler claims the win out of the pen, his first. Patrick Corbin takes the loss despite working 7 strong innings. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs on 5 hits. 2 errors. They left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is Brad Ziegler. His record is now 1-2. Credit the save to Brad Ziegler. Loss goes to Patrick Corbin. Just his 2nd loss of the season. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 18 minutes. A reminder that post-game out.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the National League West, the Miami Marlins allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got a road win against Arizona 7-2. In the standings, the Diamondbacks sit in 2nd place in the National League West division, and the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East. Yimi Garcia had his first victory of the year as the Dodgers grabbed the win against Colorado 4-3. As of today, the Rockies sit in 3rd place in the National League West division, while the Dodgers are atop the division. The Padres totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-3. Heading into the day, the Padres are in last place in the NL West, while the Reds sit in last place in the National League Central Division. The Giants combined for 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-1. At the start of the day, the Giants are in 4th place in the NL West, and the Phillies sit in 2nd place in the National League East division. Joe Ross grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping the Nats down the Braves 5-3. As of right now, the Braves sit in 3rd place in the National League East division, and the Nationals are atop the division. The Cubs knocked out 12 hits as a team as they manhandled the Mets 6-0. In the standings, the Mets sit in 4th place in the National League East division, and the Cubs sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. The Pittsburgh Pirates got 12 hits in this one as they beat the Cardinals on the road 6-4. Entering the day's action, the Cardinals are in 3rd place in the NL Central, and the Pirates are 4th in the division. Donnie Hart got win number 1 on the year, leading the O's to victory over the Yankees 1-0. At the start of the day, the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, and the Yankees are 3rd in the division. The White Sox combined to allow only 4 hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 7-2. As of right now, the White Sox are in 2nd place in the AL Central, while the Brewers are in 1st place in the NL Central. The Blue Jays amassed 14 hits in the game as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 4-2. In the standings, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central, and the Blue Jays are in 1st place in the American League East. The A's completed a 3-game series sweep as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Royals 5-3. As of today, the Royals are in 4th place in the AL Central, while the Athletics sit in 4th place in the American League West. The Twins put together 10 total hits as they bested the visiting Indians 4-3. Entering the day's action, the Twins are in 3rd place in the AL Central, while the Indians are atop the division. The Angels broke up their 7-game losing skid as they stole a win in extra innings over the Rangers 6-5. Heading into the day, the Angels are in 3rd place in the AL West, while the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. Austin Pruitt grabbed his 2nd win of the year as the Rays defeated the Mariners 1-0. At the start of the day, the Mariners are leading the AL West, while the Rays are in last place in the AL East. The Boston Red Sox pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they blasted the Astros 8-0. In the standings, the Astros sit in 2nd place in the American League West, and the Red Sox sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.